to another Demarcation Media Mega Bloks review. Today we're going to be looking at the Covenant Seraph. And I almost said the original Covenant Seraph, but this is the only one we've ever gotten. This was lent to me by Kirby over on Discord, so a huge thank you to him for allowing me to review this set. This is from way before my time. I was not collecting when this thing came out, so this is a bit of a different experience for me than it was for a lot of you guys when this set was out. But without any further ado, let's jump in and look at that box. Honestly, even though this box is not a photo, it looks awesome. You can see a saber down over there. We've got all this yellow explosion light coming this way. We've got the Halo 4 Chief in the corner. And for those of you who don't know, that is my favorite Chief armor. So that is like, oh, it's so cool. And then it says Armory in the corner, and we'll find out what that means in a minute. There's our three figures. No UNSC at all. Old Mega Bloks logo. This box has seen some better days, but there's the figures. There's that Chief again. Oh, that looks so cool. And then around the back, we get, let's see, there we go. You get to see, there's a stand, you get to see the bricks. It says new indigo effect. And then you get to see over here, what they were talking about by Armory, you get swappable parts. Even before they had super articulated stuff, they were doing that. You got a little bio here. It says I can't speak. The Covenant Seraph is a multi-role fighter of the Covenant, armed with a pair of heavy plasma cannons and protected by an energy shield. This superior indigo craft is incredibly versatile. And we got figure bio down here, and then look at all those old sets. We've got a Desert Armory, Orbital Banshee and gun, a derpy little chopper, and then a Wraith. Yeah, that box looks fantastic. Really, really good. Look at this. HaloMegaBloks.com. Well, that's a site that doesn't exist anymore. And here is the completed build. There's a lot of extra pieces. Like a lot of extra pieces. I was told that's normal. I know I built something wrong because I had some parts swapped the wrong way, but it wasn't that wrong. Like, I shouldn't have had that many pieces. Also, all these yellows are temporary pieces that you just get afterward. There's our three figures. Their weapons are in here. I haven't put them on yet. And then you can see the Seraph has a big stand, so it's kind of out of view right now. So I built this live. If you want to go and watch that, I will put the little card up in the corner. And let's go ahead, jump in, starting with that Elite Miner.
So here is the Elite Miner, and he's honestly pretty derpy. Like, next to a new Elite Miner, he looks very small, and his head is very tiny. However, he does have a lot of really nice detailing. The subtle blue on black is really nice. His eyes are painted red, which is really cool. We do not get painted eyes on new Elite figures, which is kind of unfortunate. And there's even some blue, like, emitter lights on his chest, which is pretty cool. Plenty of nice molding as well. Tons of detail. The gun is a, what is that, beam rifle, I think? And he can only hold it one-handed, or he can kind of hold it two-handed, I guess, but not really. These old articulation figures could not hold weapons very well. But yeah, despite him being small, the paint detailing is really good. And I think that when Mega first switched to the super articulated system, they lost some of that detail. At least paint-wise. They're definitely back up to that level now and possibly beyond that. But yeah, this is really well done paint-wise. The hands and the neck peg tend to be pretty fragile, though, on these old figures. Next up, we have the Elite Pilot. Now, this guy is nearly identical to the Elite Miner, except for he's got no print on the chest, and he has a different helmet. The helmet is obviously the biggest indicator that he's a pilot. That's a very distinct and unique helmet. We have not gotten a super articulated pilot, unfortunately. However, I've seen a lot of people popping these heads onto super articulated bodies, and it works out pretty well because it's decently sized and decently printed. The color matching tends to be an issue. But he's got these big glowing blue eyes, which look fantastic, and then he's got a blue glowing spot on the top of his head, which is pretty cool as well. And then he comes armed with the older kind of chubby needler, and then he's got the rest of the gray and blue color scheme throughout the whole figure. So really nice, probably one of the more desirable figures from this set. I think that this guy is overall a bit cooler than the Miner was. The last figure is this Elite General, and I gotta say he is quite a mixed bag. This gold is awesome, and also his shoulder pieces are awesome. But his head looks so weird. The Generals have really large helmets in Reach, and it's like part of their look is having this big, impressive helmet, and his helmet is very small, his head is very small, and he's got little teeny tiny red eyes sunk down in his screaming maw, which I do like the dynamicness of his face, but it's just kind of funny. The gray is printed well, the gold is printed well, and he comes armed with a plasma caster, I think that's what that is, which is a bit awkward for figures to hold even when they're super articulated, so this guy has a bit of trouble with it. But yeah, I just find it funny that he's like this big impressive Elite with a puny little pea of a head. As the box said, we can turn this guy into an Elite Ultra, pop the arms and the head to the Ultra ones, and that looks pretty good. The head is a little strange with the eyes. One eye is small and one eye has like a little bit more bloom on the black, but the shoulders look great. The head, again, really small. Ultras have big helmets, and this guy does not have a big helmet. Everybody complains about the new Ultras helmet being small, but yeesh, guys, look at this. You guys liked this, and this is tiny. It is pretty cool, though, thinking that the Mongoose Outriders Ultra may be kind of the inheritor of this look. This guy right here was the predecessor to that Elite, and I don't know, that's pretty cool to me. Looks nice. Again, proportions, very weird. Here's a quick close look at that pile of extras. Bunch of yellow pieces, and then a bunch of purple, and then a couple like gray angles and whatnot. You also get one of these like champagne red type things. Yeah, a lot of pieces that I really thought I built something wrong, but hey, I mean, if they're extras, they're great pieces to get. And here is the Seraph itself. The build is pretty simple. You just stack pieces mostly, although the edge bits are kind of clever. There is a little bit of more advanced stuff going on. There is a rather large sticker sheet. It's kind of funny. You get a Mega Bloks sticker and a sticker for the warning of how old the kid has to be. But yeah, there's a lot of stickers, and the stickers have this really bad problem where, let me take this off the stand. See, you've got this side, right? You got this and you got this. Well, they didn't actually reverse it for the other side. So I'll put a quick side by side, but you can see it should not be like that. And then also this one here was not cut the right way. You can see those cuts. They are not fitting. So you can actually make it fit. You know, it doesn't look too off, but yeah, the instructions show it being the right way, and they're not. They did not reverse them the way that they should have. So that was pretty disappointing and kind of frustrating to me, to be totally honest. The finished build is pretty big, so I don't know why I put it back on the stand. Here's the stand. It's got this big like wheel piece here, and these pieces just kind of peg into it. They don't click into place or anything, they just peg in. And then the Seraph attaches via this just simple indent. Fits like that. Pretty good. I would say that's pretty much an ideal stand right there. But we're going to set this down here. Oh, there's my sticker sheet. And I want to give you a couple quick size comparisons. Not many. We don't need that many. But here's a Banshee. This is the newest Banshee, the Halo TV show one. So you can see what that would look like. And then I wanted to compare it with a bigger build because this thing, like I said, it's big. So here it is next to the Infinite Pelican. And yes, the Pelican's wings kind of overshadow it, but like lengthwise, it's not that far off. It's probably, yeah, probably about the cockpit longer, but that's not all that much. Like I was expecting it to be somewhat smaller than this. Also, this is going to be kind of funny for all of you who have played Reach. I always thought it flew like this, prongs forward, but apparently it is not. It goes this way and flies like this. It's pretty hefty, like the weight is there, but it feels pretty solid. The only parts I'm really afraid of breaking off are these wings because they're just attached by a few studs. But the shaping looks really nice. It's pretty darn accurate overall. And this big piece on top is brilliant. So much print. Look at that. Oh, it looks beautiful. There's also print inside the plasma launchers. And then this thing can open by doing like this. Whoop. That's pretty slick. Well, actually, you kind of have to go like that. And then you've got a cockpit inside. And let's see, can we fit the little dude in? How hard is it? Can he fit with his weapon? Oh, that was actually incredibly easy. Like, you just set him in there. There are handlebars, but I don't feel like you really need to use them. Here's what it looks like when you put one of the figures down next to it. So tiny. So tiny. I honestly feel like this looks more alien than the Banshee does. Like, the Banshee generally has a plain-esque look, but the Seraph has a distinctly alien design. It looks almost like a stretched out Millennium Falcon, and I think it's pretty cool. Like, it's just not a vehicle I'm that familiar with, but I think it's about time for a reboot because it's been a long time since this one came out, and there are definitely some newer techniques that could be used to make it better. Still, that cockpit is beautiful, though. Mega outdid themselves with that. And despite there being a few things that feel outdated, it's overall pretty solid. I feel like the main things are, A, how the parts stick together, because there's some pieces that's just like, oh my gosh, stick. And then also the fact that they put stickers on multiple pieces, like that's on a couple pieces, that's on a couple pieces. So if you want to take it apart, basically you ruin your stickers. Also the fact that there is stickers at all is a big, you're like, oh, this is old. Like, yeah, Mega doesn't do stickers anymore. These ones aren't that great. They tend to want to pop off. Granted, they are pretty old, but they had never been used. So that's like a, oh my gosh. Also, there is a thruster in there. I almost forgot to mention it, and that's printed. That is a printed, it's translucent blue, and it's got gray printed, or black, I guess, printed around the edge. I guess it's kind of more gray. And yeah, that looks fantastic. I think that's brilliant. I'm so glad Mega went away from using stickers because the detailing on here is great with the stickers, but yeah, they just don't really want to stay all that much. Well, there you have it. That is the Covenant Seraph set. I feel like overall it's a pretty simple set. You get the Seraph and you get 3 figures and you're good to go and just absolutely destroy sabers above reach. Very solid build. I could see handing this to a kid and having them fly it around. The figures, a little more fragile, but this cockpit, so cool. Like, and this motion, that's so cool. So cool. In terms of like play features, that's really it. You don't get much else, but it looks nice. The shaping is nice. Yeah, it's nice. I would love a reboot. Like, Mega, please. It's about time we got another Seraph. But this does hold up. What doesn't hold up is the price, because this thing goes for quite a bit online if you want to get a sealed one or one with a box or whatever. I do see them pop up in lots fairly often, but still, that's not a given. So yeah, that's the real downside. That and the fact that Mega did the weird sticker thing where they put them across multiple pieces and that they were even like not cut right. That's just like, what? Really, guys? You did that? But the stand is really nice, and yeah, again, really just solid. So huge thank you to Kirby for sending this for review. And let me know down below, would you guys want a new Seraph? Do you like this old one? And did you ever get it when it was in stores? Let me know. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.